Hey, this is Katie with Following the Funks, and today I'm going to take you on a little adventure with me.
To where?
To where? This is a part of our Kalkan series. What are you doing? This has been a part of our Kalkan series. Jason, Sophia, and I have been in Kalkan for a couple of weeks now, and Jason is actually still working. I'm taking care of Sophia. We have some friends here as well. They are taking a day trip somewhere else. Sophia and I are gonna go travel and see the ancient sites of Xanthos. I'm gonna take you along with us as Sophia and I travel around and see those sites. Thanks for working, Jason. You ready? You gonna drive? Can I help you? All right. Are you excited, Sophia? This little town of Xanthos is part of the Lycian Union. So there's several different towns in this area that are all part of the ancient kind of Lycian way. It used to be an ancient travel route and trade route in this area. Xanthos is one, Patara is one, Myra is one. There's a few others, I'll link them. So a lot of history when it comes to this area and the ancient ruins, the ancient civilizations that have lived here before. Sophia, can you say hi? Xanthos is a smaller site, definitely not as big or laid out as Patara. Is that it is one of the first listed UNESCO sites in Turkey, found by a British excavator in 1842. Some of the things that he discovered are actually in the British Museum in the UK. It's really unfortunate that a lot of things that were discovered and founded in Turkey are actually not in Turkey. Pergama is actually at the Pergama Museum in Berlin. It's taken out by German excavators. The main items here in this site are in the British Museum. This is one of the smaller theaters that I've seen in one of these ancient sites. Behind us would have been the theater stage area, and then people would have been sitting on the other side. I always find these theaters super interesting, mostly just the architectural design of it, the stones, how they've lasted, what they used. You can see here with the theater and just the rooms that they created underneath of it for the actors, workers who worked here, that kind of thing. So it's just really interesting. I would have loved to have been able to see what it looked like, and it's like prime day in glory. You can also see kind of the wear and tear of the earthquakes and the shifts. There's a lot of earthquakes in Turkey, and so a lot of the ruins that we'll see here were actually destroyed by some type of earthquake. Not always the case, but you can see the shifts kind of in the structure of the walls here. Phase of this theater survived until present day. It has a capacity of about 2,200 people, built in the second half, 2nd century BC during the Hellenistic period. I'm looking at a sign. This probably would have been helpful to read before I went down there. So there's damage from an earthquake, like I said, 141. And then in the 7th centuries, when the Arab raids came through, the top part was dismantled. Those stones were actually used to build a fortifying wall. That's very common that ancient ruins and pieces of it, because they were all built out of stones and rocks, were used to then fortify later cities by people who came in and conquered. This here looks like old settlement area. The houses, courtyard, marketplace. These right here are actually old water pipes. Back behind us are actually burial chambers for past famous people. The original embossments around these burial chambers are actually in the British Museum, like I mentioned before. I do want to say, if you get a chance to come to this area, please come visit. People have done an amazing job to excavate all of these things, and there's been a lot of hard work. If you come to Turkey and miss the historical parts of it, then you're really just missing most of Turkey. There's so much rich history here that I think it's something that should be appreciated. Fia's doing. She's doing amazing. She's been in the backpack this whole time. So it is possible to come with a 20-month-old or a almost 2-year-old and
did you find a rock?
See these sites. I think it's worth it even with little kids. And a lot of time little kids love this kind of stuff because as you can see, it's open and there's not a lot of rules about climbing on rocks because they're rocks. So these types of things are great. This right here is the church. I only had to walk like 50 meters to get down this way. So I mean, it's behind a fence. You can see the vastness of just what the city might have been just by seeing the road here that you're coming through, this exterior wall with, this could have been shops, homes, both, where it was a shop and then the home was actually behind there. You can see the doors. There's a lot more to explore at Xanthos than I can do, and if you come in the summer, you should definitely come early in the morning. Bring a hat, put on sunscreen, and just know it's going to be a little bit warm. Come with good attitudes, and if you have 2 hours, because you have to walk, give it a 2-hour time. Otherwise, I think you could probably walk through some of the main sites in an hour and be done. Hi. We're sweaty. We're going to walk back to the car, get some water, get in some air conditioning. As always, I hope you have a great week, and I will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.